Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be opening up a P2S. So this is the first unboxing. I have not used this machine yet. It came in today. Super excited after what happened with the P1S and after getting into 3D printing. So let's go ahead and start. I have a general idea of what we need to do. We're going to be opening up the top. I'm assuming this is going to be the same kind of like it is for the P1S. There is a little damage on the box, so I'm hoping it didn't really do anything. It didn't, so should be fine. Beginning at the top, we got ourselves a quick start guide, so that's good to go. We got a square, which has, let's see, we got scanning bamboo handy apps to print your own toolbox. So in case you want to print a toolbox for all your goodies, but the square comes in it. All right, we're gonna put that to the side. We don't need that. All right, we're gonna be taking the actual printer out at this point. So, gotta take one of these things out. Then, the printer itself, you lift up via the actual, we're gonna put it down to the ground. Oh, here we go. And then from here, it even has a sticker that just basically tells you to grab the plastic and lift straight up. That's what we're gonna do. And here we go. Here's a printer. It doesn't look like there's anything else in the box. We're gonna put the box to the side, okay? Show you some pictures of the box. All right, nothing in the box. Now we have the top. At this point, we're gonna undo the tape. Opens up the bag. Pull the bag down. We have the top of the printer, which is actually taped on. With this tape, it's meant to be pulled off rather easily, as you can tell. So just grab a corner of the tape and just pull it off. Whoop, be careful there. All right, I got the top. I'm gonna put this in the box for the time being. I don't want to mess with it until we get the rest of it opened up properly. Gonna lift the printer up a little bit. Get this off, okay. Got the bag. From here, we get some inserts that were on top of it. I did get the unit with the AMS 2 combo. So we got ourselves an accessory box that comes out rather easily. We got a bunch of different little, looks like foam supports, which are actually quite hard, but they're supposed to hold the AMS unit in place from what I can tell. So awesome there. Everything looks pretty good. Now that we got all the foam inserts out, I'm just checking to see if there's any screws. It looks like there might be. Let's open up the front. To confirm, again, just rip off the tape. Some more foam inserts. All right, I see the first couple of screws that we need to undo for the AMS, which makes sense. They don't want the AMS moving around. For that, we're gonna open up the accessory box. The accessory box itself will have the necessary Allen wrench to open up these screws so we can get the AMS out. All right, guys, take that back. It's not the accessory box that has the actual tool that you require. It is the toolbox, so it's the little tiny one. Again, I'm gonna show some screenshots so you can see everything. We're gonna go with the, let's see. It is the bigger Allen key, and we're gonna open that up. You'll see two red circles, which are going to outline the actual screws that need to be undone. So we're going to undo these screws. And also, these Allen keys are much better than the ones that come with the P1S. So that's an upgrade right there. All right. So we undone both and we were able to pull out the new AMS. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, in all its glory. Look at this baby. We'll see. AMS 2 Pro. I'm gonna put that right there for the time being. I'm gonna take some shots of it on the inside. Here are some foam pieces that we need to still take out. All right, and we also need to take care to remove this plastic piece on the interior of the actual unit. It has 3 outline screws that need to be undone. There's also 1 screw in the back. So overall, it looks to be 4 screws that need to be undone. We're gonna try to get these in the shot to make sure that you can actually see these. But here's one in the back here that we're gonna undo. All right, this is it, and this is what the red piece is. As you can tell, these are the screws that I'm done to get this plastic piece out. All right, and then we have 1 more screw, which is again back here. I will say there is grease around the printer, and I can definitely feel it on my hand from touching something. So there's definitely grease on my fingers right now. Okay, I think that's it. Now, mind you, there are 2 zip ties right here that we'll need to undo. Okay, let's do that. I'm just gonna cut these right here, very simple. All right, guys, so we've undone everything at this point. We have, oh, take that back. We still need to cut. Still need to cut 1 more. Zip tie that's holding the actual extruder. Just remember that, guys. There is one that's holding the extruder. I'm going to include that in all the pictures and outline everything that I might miss verbally. So just keep in mind. All right, so at this point, we've actually pretty much removed everything that we can from the inside of the unit. We will need to raise the bed now to actually get the rest of the foam pieces out. And we need to undo this portion right here. It's relatively straightforward. Just open up the little baggie. Okay. And then pull. Okay. Sweet. Oh, there's more foam pieces right here. There's 1 more. Awesome. Okay. So now we are in a good space with this unit. What we're gonna do is we're gonna install the actual screen. This is the brand new screen that Bambu Labs got for the P2S. So hopefully, from what I've seen, it definitely does look better than the P1S, which if you haven't watched my video on why I had to return my P1S, I should put it up somewhere for you to watch. I don't know which direction it's gonna be, but yeah, you could definitely take a look at that one. I think you will appreciate it if you're trying to decide between these 2 units. I think I got unlucky with the P1S. With this unit, I'm hoping it's gonna turn out for the better. Okay. And basically, we got the front screen. You can look at the tabs. They go to, it looks like the right or left, depending on which way you're looking at the screen. So there is a actual picture on the back of it to show you how it goes in. Basically, you push it in and then you slide the unit in. There's really not much else to say. So we're gonna go and hook it up. It is one of those extra thin cables. I always forget the name of these things. clicks in. Yep, perfect. And we're gonna push it in and we're gonna go right. Yep. I have hooked everything back up on the back. I've gone over this with you guys as I was hooking everything up.
Alright, so that was a lie. The video footage actually, I did not save. I don't know how I managed to do that, but here we go. I do have some stills. This is me installing the plastic holder for the filament. It is relatively simple. You just click it in and then click the top piece in. The filament goes in and the filament goes through the actual. Here's the AMS. And I just opened it back up. This is the interior of the AMS. There is a sticker that you need to remove as well as the desiccant from the back. Here's the sticker. Once you remove the sticker, you do need to open up the desiccant packets and place them back into that spot. Then you're going to put the AMS on top of the unit and you're going to pull out the wires. First, TF tube is going to go from the center unit to the right. Here go the 6-pin cable that is going to go right into the slots, and then the PTF tube going from the AMS to the center. And that is it, guys.
Everything is good to go. It's time to plug up the unit. Have the power cord here. I am going to be lifting it up to the spot that it's going to go to. So just bear with me for a moment. Okay. Remember, there is a button in the back that you got to turn on in case you're having issues. All right. So currently it's asking us for language. I'm going to choose English. Next. Please select your region, which is going to be North America. Next. Now it's asking us for Wi-Fi. I'm going to take care of that. All right, and we're connecting to Wi-Fi, network connected. If the connection timed out, let's go over, try again. All right, I'm confirming binding. Let's go. I'm adding the printer name. All right. New unit has been added. Next. I agree. Join. Next. Motor noise calibrate for lower. Okay, so here's my question. Let's go. Let's start. Okay. Oh, we gotta remove these. Oh no. I forgot to do that, guys. We gotta remove these at the... Alright, let's recalibrate. Start. Alright. We went through calibration. Took, I don't know, maybe 20-30 minutes, maybe more. I don't know. I wasn't really keeping tabs on it as I was busy doing things with my children. But overall, yeah, everything is looking good. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Oh wow. Let's load up some. So load up some actual filament. We haven't done that yet. It's very cool and it's very intuitive. I love this screen already. All right, I'm gonna run a print and we'll see how that goes. All right, the first print I'm gonna run is the actual scraper. Scraper grip by Bambu Lab. Next. PLA. Oh. Let's go PLA. Make everything white. I don't care.
All right, we're sending it over. It's really, let's see how that goes. Oh, it is loud. We might have to work on lowering down the volume. I didn't realize it was gonna beep this harshly at me. All right, let's see what happens. So we got our first issue, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like the PTF tube, there is some kind of stuck. Please feed filament into PTF tube until it cannot be pushed any further. We're gonna have to review this. Okay. So I've canceled the task and we're gonna go in there and try this one more time. I have a feeling I know what's happening. Okay. So it is A1. Let's see if that'll work. I thought I was initially trying to pick from the actual spool on the side, but I'm not exactly sure if it's doing that. I might be wrong now that I'm looking at it. So it is trying to pull the actual filament from the AMS and not the actual side, so let's see. All right, it's working. I see the actual filament coming out. So it is coming out, as you can tell. It's letting some filament out. All right, we're good. I didn't have a USB storage device to actually save the scraper footage, but I did get one just specifically for the printer, and this was my third print on the printer. Printed beautifully. Overall, turned out great. It's working great. Here's a couple other things that I printed. I printed quite a few more, but I just wanted to include some. The only thing I've noticed so far is some stringing on my end. I think my filament is a little too moist, so I'm gonna have to dry that out. Again, thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, please subscribe. Thanks again. Have a good one. Stay safe. Bye.